Okay, hello everybody. This is Sharonda, and this is my podcast as well as my uh, YouTube channel, Spiritual Sense. Today is Wednesday, which is September the 21st. And so, in this podcast, I go over topics in regards to the paranormal, occult, and supernatural. So, I speak on things such as hauntings, curses, uh, out of body experiences, soul travel, third eye opening, and I also discuss pagan belief systems such as Wiccan, witchcraft, white, black magic, hoodoo, voodoo, to name a few. I'd like to start off by saying that this podcast, as well as this YouTube channel, is for entertainment purposes. And if you have a question, comment, or suggestion, or a topic, or a ghost or demon possession story that you would like me to present on a future show, you're more than welcome to comment below. Okay. So today's topic is an update on a topic that I recorded on some time ago, and in reference to dream interpretation. Now, I like to start off by saying that oftentimes I get played with images, and this is apart from just a dream. I mean, you have dreams, like, I think you have different types of dreams. You may have dreams where, just a normal dream. We dream about different things that things that have transpired over the course of our day. But then you have more realistic, futuristic, concise dreams, which are in essence lucid dreams, where God is you know that is significant because it's apart from what you are commonly accustomed to dreaming about or dreaming. And I think this is how God enhanced things for you to take note of. Okay. So dreams um gives us wisdom, confidence, clarity, certainty, the answers to your questions. And so that's basically what dreams is. Um, Dream interpretation is meaning. We always dream in some form of fashion or another. It was a time where I mentioned I want to do people who are blind or being in total darkness from light. Do they dream? And if they dream, is it visual? Like can they visually see in their dreams? And God let me know, yes, they can. Yes, they are able to do so. Okay. Um, so it mentions here about some biblical dream interpretations. Um, it says, seeing snakes as demons or enemies of God, dreaming of a new room in one's home as embarking on a new phase in life, or alternatively, as a period of darkness and more. Dream interpretations exist for many commonplace items encountered in daily life, including homes, cars, animals, and even colors. So let me click on this link here. It says how to interpret dreams from a biblical perspective. Well, dreams play an important role in religion, as many figures in the Bible are said to have been visited by God during their dreams. Examining your dreams through a biblical lens can help you understand what God might be saying to you and gain comfort and wisdom through His message. So, in reference to remembering your dream, because oftentimes, um, most of us will forget most of our dreams, but when it's very significant, something to take note of. I mean, I got dreams as young as 14 years old that I'm not gonna sit here and say every fine detail, but the main key points of it I remember to this day because it was something significant in the dream. So, in order to remember your dream, because they are very significant, you want a journal. Get you a dream journal. It could be a composition book or, you know, a diary or something. You want to write down the details. This may be difficult at first, but the more you practice remembering your dreams, the easier it will be to recall details. Any aspect that you remember about place, people, or objects around might be important. If a particular detail is of importance, God will make it very noticeable to you. And that is so true. I have dreamed about people that I have never seen before in my life. I kid you not. And this hasn't happened too often. I mean, maybe a couple of times, less than three or four. And God will present that person right before my eyes. It may be a difference in like it would be the person, but it may be. I'll give you an example because it happened. I want to say sometime last year. I had um, a dream that I had when I was about 16 years old, and the person that was in the dream, I seen this person like right before my eyes last year. I kid you not, but it was in a smaller form. Like the person that was in the dream was small. I kid you not. And I know I've never seen that person a day in my life. And when I say smaller, I mean in the sensibility of weight. Symbols such as numbers, direction, colors, and animals may all be of importance. The symbols in a dream can be negative or positive. You have to depend on, it mentions here, the Holy Spirit to reveal what the symbols reveal in your dream. Now, I have received inclination that you don't refer to it as the Holy Spirit because the Holy Spirit refers to something else. And I'm going to keep that to myself. Okay, so evaluate the emotions you felt. A dream may have been alarming, sad, or exciting, but usually there is an overall emotional response that you feel towards a remembered dream. Write down these emotional responses where they occurred in the sequence of the dream. Write down your feelings towards objects and people. If a certain object made you afraid or if you felt drawn to a figure, make sure to mention it in your recounting of the dream. Okay, so it says, ask yourself when the dream occurs. Dream, Dreams can consist of memories, current life events, or things that are yet to come. And that is so true. Like I have just mentioned a dream that I dreamed of when I was 16 years ago, which was almost 30 years ago. And I seen the person that was in my dream, but they were smaller, meaning they was not as heavy as they were in my dream. Uh, if you are younger and surrounded with people you used to know, um, the dreams is probably in the past. If you are unsure where you are or who is around you, you may be dreaming about a time in the future, and that is true. God may give you a dream about an incident that happened in the past that's hidden in your heart and that creates pain in your life so that you can then pray for healing. Determine if the dream is about you or someone else. Uh, Pay attention to your perspective and interactions in the dream. If you did not speak or interact with those around you, maybe you were just observing or witnessing the events and they do not directly involve you. And I oftentimes find myself being like that in this life experience as well as in dreams as well. It may be more of a vision to warn you of some possible occurrence. If you feel yourself as the central figure in the dream, then it is most likely the dream is meant to influence you or your life. So I'm going to explain something to you. You will begin to realize when you are a message, like you are the thoughts of someone. And I'm gonna tell you, just like how the TV have the difference in color and variations in colors in terms of vividness to dimness or what have you, a contrast, you will begin to see in a sensibility in this life experience the same way. Like you will have tunnel vision where God will have you focus on one thing, or He may have enhancement in color schemes, where something is more vibrant versus others. This is not programming. This is how it happens. This is it. Note the colors of objects in your dreams. Different colors represent different characteristics of symbols. Colors are commonly associated with their religious significance. For example, blue is the color associated with the Virgin Mary, as she is often depicted in a blue dress. It symbolizes grace and good health. Pay attention to animals. Animal symbols can sometimes be tricky as they can have positive and negative significance in the Bible. For example, the Lion of Judah can symbolize Jesus. However, the devil is depicted as prowling like a roaring lion in the Bible as well. Cats can symbolize evil spirits, or they can be seen as comforting. Dogs can have positive or negative meanings. They can be man's best friend or symbolic of unbelievers. Look for significant numbers. The numbers may appear in a written form, but very likely the numbers will appear as a particular number of objects. For example, the Bible recounts the dream had by Pharaoh, which was interpreted by Joseph. In the dream, Pharaoh sees seven skinny cows eating seven large cows. Joseph interprets the dream as predicting 7 years of plenty, followed by 7 years of famine. Try to understand the context. For example, if you see five golden rings, it can be seen as 5 days, weeks, or months, or years if you see it in a context of time. Five can also be a representation of the five evil keys of Israel. If you have lost five family members that are close to you, it might be a symbol that they are in heaven. You have to look at the number in the context of the rest of the dream to uncover the true meaning. Number four, focus on objects of religious importance. There are many items that may seem ordinary but can hold significance when interpreting your dreams. Most obvious among these might be objects like a cross, bread and wine, or a burning bush. Other objects may be less obvious, symbolic, but still significant. Some examples could be as ordinary as an apple, coins, or candles. If you notice an ordinary object that seems important in the dream, it may be a symbol. Part three, searching for meaning. Um, don't use a standard dream symbol dictionary. To analyze the importance of objects or symbols in your dreams, you should look how they relate to scripture. For example, standard dream dictionaries may also interpret a goat as a symbolic of prosperity, while from religious perspective, a goat is more often associated with oppressors and unrepentant sinners. Evaluate each symbol. Consider possible meanings of each symbol, particularly how they may relate to your situation in life. If you have a religious dream, it is likely that God has made the dream so that it will speak to you. If you examine the symbols enough, you will likely find the hidden meaning that feels right and significant to you. Three, decide the dream is literal or symbolic. If you dream that somebody is going to die, it may be a literal meaning or it could be symbolic. If someone has died in a dream, it could be symbolic of cutting ties with that person or situation. Many common religious symbols have recurred in dreams for different people. Serpents or snakes representing an evil, um, nakedness representing closeness with God, houses and their state of despair or beauty can symbolize the state of your spirit. These symbols are all common amongst dreams with religious implications. Ask yourself what emotions you have experienced or issues you were processing the day before your dream. Consider if there are any aspects of your life in which you feel the same emotions that you experienced in the dream. If you are under a lot of stress or extremely busy, your dream may just be your mind's way of processing the day while you sleep. Sometimes you may even have a dream that seems religious, but does it feel like a divine message? If it doesn't seem significant or important, it may not be worth stressing over um, in regards to the interpretation. Pray about the dream. If the dream seems like a very important message or warning, then look deep and ask God what He is trying to teach you. Sometimes a religious dream may be a challenge from God to make sure you seek some important truth. Don't ignore a dream just because it seems difficult to understand. Seek out the answer from God in the Bible. Okay. So ask yourself, is this an answer to a question that you have had? Or ask God? God gives you answers through dreams. And that is so true. A lot of times they say God, is not a God of confusion and things of that sort. I'm going to say that God does has an innate way to protect us when He wants that message to be specifically for us versus someone else. Okay, so as I mentioned about the speaking of tongues, that's His own inner knowing. That's to let you know that what is for you may be for you. Okay, even in the midst of your children or family members or friends alike. Okay, understand and trust that things that He reveals to you He wanted to be remain on the inside, okay? And this is apart from family, apart from culture, race, anything. This is your own personal journey. So I got a couple of things that I got pulled up here, guides in regards to numerology, dream dictionary, and I'm going to go over those now. It's a couple of guides that I want to go over, and but before I get it off into that, I would like people to know that dreams are real. I was told some time ago, being in healthcare, you will oftentimes hear me speak about being in healthcare. It's very relevant. And I was told by one of the patients that I visited in doing home health. She was a religious person. She was married to someone. um, I don't know if he was a pastor or whatever the case may be. And she mentioned to me somehow she wanted to speak in regards to religion and me, being anal, trying to be a professional. I come in and do what I need to do. And so I said, okay, I'll just sit down and just listen to her speak. And she asked me if I believe in God and all this other stuff. And she said, God does not talk to us in dreams. That's what she said to us when she mentioned to me. She said, God does not come to you in dreams and He does not come to you in symbolism and things of the sort. And, I told her, well, I'm not here to talk about things of the sort. I beg to differ. Number one, on the numerology dream dictionary, the complete guide to dream numbers. If you dream of number one, it indicates leadership, power, direction, confidence, individuality, creativity, originality, and uniqueness. So if dreaming of the number one, but I'm gonna explain something to you. It could very well be um, when he signifies one thing out of a dream, then he's going to associate that to be of these characteristics here. So it may be you dream of six doves and somehow a purple dove is enhanced. And that would be a significance as to whoever shows up in purple is in power. Okay. Number two, if you dream of two, it indicates partnership, love, balance, and unity, equality, spirit, duality, conflict, the feminine. So number two. Number three, if you dream of number three, it indicates creativity, fruition, abundance, love, children, motivation, drama, and expression. Dreaming of number four indicates strength, stability, structure, boundaries, limitations, hard work, practicality, and proficiency. Number five, dreaming of number five indicates freedom, change, curiosity, spontaneity, adventure, discovery, storytelling, sensuality. Dreaming of the number six love, union, family, domestic city, domestic spaces, creativity, personal needs, and balance. Number 7, spirituality, mysticism, inner worlds, healing, self-love, self-trust, sacrifice, resources. Dreaming of number 8 indicates success, achievement, authority, power, money, financial gains, balance, and flow. Dreaming of the number 9, idealism, leadership, collective concerns, spirituality, completion, closure, endings, and beginnings. Dreaming of the number 0, the void, lack, a weakness, huge potential, infinity, eternity, immorality, continuity, continuity. Okay, so you can go on numerology or numerologist.com and get this. I'm going to save this because I think this will be a good thing. I'm going to say numerology dream guide. And I think that would be good to have. It's very interesting to take note of such things. Okay, so the next dream guide we have, it says make a sense of dreams. Everybody has them, whether they remember them or not. But what do they mean? Where do they come from? Here is a skinny on dreams and their meanings. So it mentions here 70% of females, 65% of males report having recurring dreams. Stage 1, okay, so when you're awake, then you go into stage 1. When you're asleep, it says this stage is characterized by the non-rapid eye movement, muscle relaxation, slow heart rate, and lower body temperature. The body is getting ready to enter deep sleep. Falling typically occurs during the first stage of sleep. Insecurity and failure. That's what we have. So this is when you have laid down, you are at that state where the body is metamorphosing itself or getting itself prepared for you to sleep. Number 2, stage 2, the immune system goes to work repairing any damage. Endocrine glands secrete growth hormones. Blood is sent to the muscles. The body achieves complete sleep. It mentions about impotence. What it mentions here. Something just let me know that when a person is having trouble sleeping, it's because the body is going into a different state and they become afraid of death and dying. And a lot of times those sexual feelings are perpetuated because the body is, and then essentially you have a conscious fear of dying. That's what it just mentions to me. Absent-minded transgression and involuntary wrong action accompanied by guilt. That's what it has here. Desire to cease. So that's basically what that is. It mentions stage 3, still in the rapid eye movement stage. This is an even deeper sleep. The body's metabolic levels are extremely low. It mentions about teeth falling out. Teeth falling out grow crooked or rot. Loss of beauty is significant of freedom or power. Teeth falling out, impotence, loss of beauty. Flying, maybe enjoying flying or difficult. Freedom, power, lack of control. If you're having dreams in regards to flying. absent-minded transgression, and it has a cigarette up here, lack desire to cease. Teeth falling out, loss of beauty or impotence. So this is a personalized something that has been put up here as a personal ploy to me. That's what I'm trying to say. A taunted spirit will always use reverse psychology to get what it desires. Okay. Lack of empathy and concern. I've always had this to happen. You will begin to see false doctrine on the internet. The same taunted spirits are in so-called textbooks that you go to school and read. Okay. Stage 4, in this stage of sleep, known as the rapid eye movement, delta sleep, the eyes move back and forth erratically as if watching something underneath the eyelids. It occurs 90 to 100 times a minute after the onset of sleep. Blood pressure rises, heart rate increases, respirations become erratic, and brain activity jumps. Involuntary muscles become immobilized. The majority of dreaming happens during this stage. So it mentions if you dream about a test or failing a test, passing a test indicates confidence. Failing indicates what? A lack of confidence. Nakedness. You might feel proud, free. Like it mentions that oftentimes if you're dreaming about being naked, then it may indicate freedom. Or ashamed, it may indicate vulnerability. Nightmares, frightening, distressing, vivid emotions. Unresolved threat. Like if you are somebody that feels intimidated or threatened, it may be exhibited by nightmares. Unmanaged anxiety is what it has indicated here as well. Being chased, anxiety. That could be an indication of anxiety as mentioned here. Chasing, ambition, falling behind. Epic, compelling, life-changing, profound, vivid symbolism, change anticipated, increasing self-awareness. This is a little bit hard. It takes some time to actually sit and just because it's kind of hard to understand. But I think in essence, it's letting you know that at certain cycles or stages during sleep is when a lot of these types of dreams are common. Stage 4, test, feeling like you're test, or naked or being chased or something epic or nightmares occurs in the stage 4. Teeth falling out, that's in stage 3. Flying occurs from stage 3 to stage 4. Absent-minded transgression is from stage 3 to stage 2. Fallings, in other words, when there's indication of falling, that typically occurs during what? The first stage of the dream. It indicates insecurity and failure, not feeling secure. Okay, so it mentions here 9 dream categories. Use these categories to make dream interpretation easier and get a better understanding of your dream meaning. So we have environment dreams. These type of dreams occur during sleeping while we are subconsciously aware of our surrounding environment or our physical body's needs. Solutions dreams give answers to any area of your life that you have questions about. Nightmares are a gift because the person is being forced away to look at a dilemma that they have been avoiding, which needs a solution. So, in other words, if you have a nightmare, it could very well be a solution once you wake up and God can gear your minds towards it. Recurring dreams alerts you to obstacles that you need to resolve and learn lessons from. Body and health dreams provides information on how to stay healthy, alert us to problems, and provide solutions to our health issues. Relationships dreams show the truth regarding the present state of the relationship. Precognition dreams, premonitions of upcoming events. I oftentimes find myself with these, as well as the body and health. I'm not a nightmare person. I've only experienced nightmares maybe twice in my life, but I have experienced recurring dreams a time ago where it was a part one or two or three. Yeah, I've only had that to happen maybe two or three times in my life that I can remember. But precognitive dreams, premonitions of upcoming events about to happen in your waking life on Earth. Deceased loved one dreams. I've had a couple of those. These dreams are either a visitation from heaven or issues you need to resolve with the departed. Or not necessary issues you need to resolve with the departed. It could be when the departed have issues with something that you are currently in, like a relationship or situation that you are in. Spiritual dreams comforts us during difficult times, show us how we have grown, and encourage us to go to a higher level. So, um, I've gotten this information from, if you go on learndreaminterpretation.com, that is going to put you towards how you can get an insight about dreams. It's a book here by Pamela Cummins, Learn the Secret Language of Dreams. Again, learndreaminterpretation.com. So in regards to dreams, I did mention in the let me close this out. I did mention in the last interpretation dream podcast as well as YouTube channel, a couple of dreams that I had. It was one that I had that was very significant, and it was around about the time that I had I got baptized, and I had began to start having dreams and such. And in the midst of having those dreams, um, revelation came to me as to symbolism and symbolicism and how um, you would know the spirit of the person by way of what is being presented out. And you do have people that take a lot of the biblical verses as face value, but I think a lot of it um is metaphorically in regards to symbolism. It's not to be taken as face value. So I think a lot of it is, was filibuster, as we know what filibuster is, sensationalized. And I also feel as though it was to let you know that there was different types of personalities and different types of spirits that was writing and being used to let you know and understand how God happens as such. I think many individuals was demonically led and a battle of the mind. And once the eyes has been engaged to understand and gain that understanding, then you will see that a lot of spirits were being presented to individuals. And this biggest trick the devil will pull is what convinced the world he did not exist. And a lot of ailments, medical ailments, and mental battles are demonic spirits. and how you will see how they will manifest in this time and this space. And it was to give insight and clarity about different animals, different things in life to gain insight and clarity and understanding as to how God happens and how He works. And I'm not going to go too much in depth on dreams that I have had, because I can speak it out and then it can relate to your personal situation, and then you'll say, okay. But I think God, in essence, has His own inner being with us, because we are all individualistic, our own unique and personal self. However, I do feel as though we are more alike than we are disalike. But in terms of our own individualistic self, such as the fingerprints, you know, dreams are such as that. Sometimes it's for our own personal, it could be in relation to someone else, but in turn, it's for our own personal understanding and knowing. I think a lot of things in life is a state of mind and a state of being, and whatever you accept in as your reality will be as such as that. Okay? And so I am going to conclude this podcast as well as this YouTube channel speaking on dream interpretation. Again, if you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, or a topic that you would like to present on a future show, you're more than welcome to comment below in the comment section. Until then, you have a safe and wonderful day. Good day.